Factor number 2 to consider before owning or building a website is your hosting package. Think of your hosting package as the land as your virtual land on which you will build your website. A great hosting boils down to the 3 S's. That is speed, support, and security. And what are the factors to consider before purchasing a hosting package? Factor number 1, bandwidth. Bandwidth is responsible for handling traffic in and out of your website. Most websites will always need somewhere between minimum to medium bandwidth, but it is always advisable to get a website with unlimited bandwidth, which means it can handle as much traffic to and from your site. Factor number 2 is disk space. So if you need people to visit your website and consume your content, there has to be where you're going to be hosting your content. Disk space is of utter importance in a hosting package, as that is where all your website files, emails, and so much more will be placed. Think of it as a storage where you store all your website files. Factor number 3, RAM. RAM in website hosting is responsible for temporarily availing content to your users. Think of it as a kitchen counter where you place your ingredients before cooking, and then after cooking you put whatever's left back into storage. You always want to have a good hosting package with sensible RAM that will always make sure that your content is available to users on demand and is also retrievable as fast as possible. Factor number 4 is support. Handholding is of utter importance, especially to new website owners, as this is the internet and the internet breaks. As you know, technology is not perfect and every other day we have downtimes. You will want to go with a website hosting package that comes with unlimited support and of course support that actually benefits you as the client. Factor number 5 is backup features. Every now and then the internet breaks, and when it breaks you do not want to be caught unawares. You always need to have backup for your website files so that you can always restore those in case of a DDoS attack or any other technical mishap that might lead to the loss of your website files. Factor number 6 is security features. As we may all know by now, the internet is a very wild place, and there always is someone out there trying to get a coin from anyone who's gullible enough. You always want to ensure that the hosting package you have comes with SSL securities, firewalls, DDoS protection, and many more security features, which we shall discuss in a video later on. Factor number 6 is custom emails. I cannot emphasize this enough, but if you are a business, you will always want to come up with custom emails. For instance, in my case, I have the email info@muthumbinic.com, which is the publicly available email for clients and other people to contact me. Custom emails go a long way in enhancing trustworthiness and even showing professionalism in your business and its operation. Factor number 8 is subdomains. Ever so often, you will want to add something onto your website that is not really related to the original course. For instance, if you had opened a portfolio website for just showcasing your photography skills and everything like that, you might later on consider to open a shop where you might be selling your apparel. And as such, you will need to separate your portfolio and your shop. That's where subdomains come in. So for instance, if your portfolio is portfolio.com, you create the subdomain shop.portfolio.com where now people can get to purchase your apparel. It is very important to always ensure that your hosting package can support as many subdomains as possible, just for the sake of it. But most importantly, because you may need to kind of create something separate from the real thing, or rather the main goal of the website. Factor number 9. First purchase cost and renewal cost. There has been this trend of hosting providers giving offers at first purchase and then later on bumping up the prices of their hosting packages. You will want to have a look at how much it's going to cost you to renew your subscription to the hosting provider annually. Others have monthly packages, but annually are most commonly used, and please always make sure you understand how they bill, why they bill, and what packages they are offering for the price they're asking for. Factor number 10 is uptime and downtime. Nobody enjoys getting hit the 404 error when you visit a website. You really want to make sure that the hosting provider you're going with has near zero downtime, and if they do, we go back to the support issue, they will always resolve that in the shortest time possible, because every moment your website is down, you lose business, and you do not want that. Remember, always go for a website with a maximum uptime and near none downtime. Factor number 11, terms and conditions. I know we'd never read all of those. I understand. Nobody reads all of those. But best believe you might want to go through the terms and conditions of your service, of your hosting service provider, so that you may understand what you're getting into. Read through it, understand it, and if in question, always make sure to liaise with your service provider, client support, to take you through it through and thoroughly. Factor number 12 is refund policy. What happens when you purchase a hosting package and you're not satisfied in their services? You might want to jump ship and move to a different service provider, or you might decide not to go ahead with it altogether. Always ensure you work with hosting service providers who have a refund policy within a limited period of time, and that way you're always assured of having some kind of grace period for testing your hosting package till you're sure it will suit your needs. Factor number 13, cPanel support. Not all hosting providers support cPanel, and more often than not, if your website or rather your business is not a large organization, you may need cPanel, since it handles small to medium websites pretty well. Always ensure you ask your service provider whether their hosting supports cPanel. Finally, and most importantly, price and package comparison. Before buying a hosting package, be sure to compare different service providers with the different packages they're offering and why they're offering them. For instance, provider A may offer hosting packages with unlimited bandwidth, unlimited storage, unlimited RAM, and unlimited emails at, say, $10. And then provider B will provide, at the same price, say 50 GB of space, 100 GB worth of bandwidth, and so on and so forth. You always want to go where you get most bang for your buck. And there we have it. Those are the factors to consider before owning a website. We shall be having more series like this to explain in depth what each and every of these factors means, but for now, that's it. Goodbye and see you in the next one.